All right, well, welcome ladies. My name's Jan Copeland and I am so excited to provide to you some expert education and little extra master classes throughout the year. And today we have Aliyah Dastour, who I met, I think 3 or so years ago when we hired her to take our photography when Judy and I started living, which now has expanded. Judy's on her way and I'm, independent now, Jan Copeland. But Aliyah wowed us with her expertise on video as well as photography. So Aliyah, I don't know all the names of your Facebook groups and I don't want to mess it up. So I'm going to turn it over to Aliyah to present to us how to do 30 pieces of content in 30 minutes. And before I do, I want to make sure that you all will go to she'sunstoppablelive.com and check out this first and only real estate women's conference that's national, that is curated by and for women. And she'sunstoppablelive.com. We're filling up. We're probably gonna be sold out before the end of the month. And so it's pretty awesome. An excellent combination of shopping, learning, networking, sisterhood. And Aliyah was one of our speakers last year. So without further ado, Aliyah, I'm gonna turn it over to you.
That's awesome. Thank you. So quick question before we get started. Do you usually have people mute their mics?
Oh yeah, everybody please mute. I'm sorry. Everybody mute. And I'll be here if somebody comes on and doesn't mute, I'll mute them.
Okay. Otherwise, you know how it works. Like anytime there's any type of noise, like their face pops up. I hate it when that happens to me. My face pops up.
Yeah, so I'm going to be on. So I'll make sure I keep an eye on that.
Okay, awesome. So thank you so much for having me here. First of all, I'm so excited. I love putting together presentations for busy women entrepreneurs who are looking to make the most use. I'm going to jump right into it because I know you guys are all super busy and you want to get the most value out of the time that we have together. And the whole point of this is 30 pieces of content in 30 minutes using one main component, which for me, I always start off the main component as the video. So if that's okay, I'm going to jump right into it. Is that all right? Okay. Cool. Yes. So I'm going to start with sharing my screen because you guys take notes. I'm happy to send over the presentation that I have. That way, if you want to share it with everybody, they can, but I would definitely suggest taking notes on this because there's a lot of good stuff in here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to figure out here, if I hit share screen, what is going to pop up, and it'll be my entire screen. So let me know, Jan, if I need to do anything differently, but as far as I know, I'm just going to share what I have.
You're good.
You can see everything here?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, cool. So I'm going to go ahead and get started with the presentation that I put together just to kind of keep us, or keep me rather, on track, which is right here. We're going to start right in here from the very beginning. All right, so we already talked about it, but essentially we are going to be focusing on 30 pieces of content in 30 minutes. And let's get right into it. So just really quickly, a little bit about me. I am a videographer, a content creator. I'm a headshot photographer, which is what I started off as. But most importantly, I'm a mom and a solopreneur. And what that means is I'm just like you. I have a lot of balls that I'm trying to juggle, and I'm a one-person show. I have recently brought on some team members to help me as I've grown my business. But for the past 8 years, before the previous 2 that I've had my team members, I've done it all, I've grown it all by myself. And the only way I've been able to do that is have systems, which I know Jan talks a lot about in her coaching program, systems and processes that will help me be able to do it all by myself. And this right here, what we're gonna be going through today is some of those systems that can help you leverage the most out of the content that you're creating. Because what we tend to do is we try to create too much content rather than using the content that we already have. And so today we're going to talk about how to use that one piece of content, split it up into 30 different pieces of content, which means really it can take us throughout the entire month and doing it all in 30 minutes or less. All right, so what we're going to, our pieces that we're going to be using, let me actually make this a little bit, I make this small because I can't, oh, I guess I can just move that out of the way. All right, so the 3 pieces that we're going to, you can see I didn't even finish filling out the, you see this down here? I didn't even change it. We're going to focus on the first top 3 things. I was reading that. I was like, what? Presentations are communication tools. All right. So you can see done is better than perfect. All right. First thing is we're going to go over are the tools. The second thing is the video. And then the third, let me move this out of the way, is going to be the creation. So the creation of all this content. Oh, okay. 3 things that I want you guys to have access to. The first one is Canva. Hopefully they do have a free option on Canva, which is phenomenal. The paid one, I love the paid one because it can get you a lot for, I think it's like 13 bucks a month or something. It's something very affordable. The second thing is Timmy. And Timmy is going to be great because it's going to help us focus on all of our written content that we're going to want and need for our content creation. And it's really cheap. They do have also rev.com, which is $1 per minute. But when you're creating massive pieces of content, that can add up very quickly if you're doing a Facebook Live or you're doing a video weekly, even though I'm going to be suggesting monthly content versus creating stuff weekly. And then the third tool is either QuickTime or something else called Kapwing. And both of those, I just use QuickTime because it's free. Right now, the other one is free as well, but they have a paid option. QuickTime, obviously, I believe it's just for Mac, but I'm sure Windows users has another, I think it's called like Windows Movie Maker or something like that, that is comparable to it. And we're going to actually go through the content creation right here together because I want to show you how easy and quick this can be when you're focused. All right, so there's 2 different types. Let's go ahead and jump into it. There's 2 different types of videos that you can pull from. You can either start with, so every single month, you're going to focus on one core topic. And that core topic doesn't matter what it is. We're not going to get into that today, but that core topic can either be delivered through a Facebook Live video because it's free, or you can actually create an edited video, which you would upload for YouTube or, you know, you could still upload it in different places, but it's going to be a video there's a lot more moving pieces to it. Starting off, if you don't have the back end or the know-how on editing and creating an actual full-fledged video, start with a Facebook Live because you can create it and download it. And I'm going to show you right now how we can actually do that. So on Facebook, once you navigate, let's say you did a Facebook Live, let's say you're like, Aliyah, this sounds great. And you know what? Tomorrow is Friday. I have a 30-minute chunk of time that I can actually practice this on, this whole 30 pieces of content in 30 minutes. Just scroll down. So I'm on my Facebook page right now. And then I'm going to scroll right over here to the left side where it says videos. And I'm going to click on videos. And then I'm going to scroll down to my videos. And I'm going to find a Facebook Live video that I did. Let's say I want to use this video right here. And I'm not going to actually download it because I know it'll be really intensive and I don't want to slow down the feed here since we're doing a semi-live as well. But you would click on the video. It's going to pop up and I'm going to pause it if it tries to start playing, and it is. And then you're going to go over here where it's got this little dot, 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 because if you're down here trying to search to figure out how do I download this video, it's little things like this that stop us because we can't figure out like the little things. We're like, you know what, screw it, I've got other things to work on. So here's how to download your Facebook Live video. There's this little dot, dot, dot right here. You're gonna click it. And then as you can see, right there is where you download it. Also, by the way, that's where you would edit it, choose a different thumbnail, put in captions. That's where you would do that as well. But you would click this download video, which I'm not gonna do, but that's how you would download your Facebook Live. So let's say you created a Facebook Live weeks ago, months ago, and you're like, let me go ahead and practice this with to get some more eyeballs to it. That's how you would download that video. All right, so we've just hit step 1, which is we have our video. And for today's class, I'm going to be going through an actual edited video that I did, but you could also have access to a live video if you created a live video and you're using that and you downloaded it. All right, you guys ready? Here it comes. Here's all the different ways that we can actually take this one video that we filmed or did a Facebook Live on, and here's what we're gonna do. And we're gonna actually do this all. I'm gonna show you how we can do it all right now as well. So here's all the different pieces. Okay, so from this full video, we can take the video and we can cut it up into 3 mini videos, as you can see right here. Let me make this bigger so you don't have to, so you can really focus. Percent. Yes, percent. All right, so you're gonna be able to take this video and you're gonna turn it into 3 mini videos, and I'm gonna show you how you're gonna do that. And then from those 3 mini videos, you can actually create an IGTV from it. You can create a Facebook video, just like a little, 30 to 45-second video. You can create YouTube and then LinkedIn. So that on its own, a 9-minute video, if it was a Facebook Live, the one that I'm gonna use today, I think originally it got edited to like a 3-minute and 45-second video. So I, just for demonstration purposes, I created just like a 40-second snippet of the video to show you how to do this. But what you would end up doing is, actually we'll get to that next. Let's go over this really quickly, all of it. There we go, make it smaller. Something else you can do is you can actually create memes, meaning you guys have seen like the funny memes where it's maybe something that's trending, and that's what I would suggest. If there's something specific that's trending or people are talking about, like right now you can see so many memes related to the coronavirus, right? So I'm not saying you should hop on that, but it's something that a lot of people are hopping on. Memes are usually something that's, like I said, trendy. So you could actually take the video, the photo that we're gonna end up taking from this video, and you can create a little meme. Memes are either a graphic meme or it could just be like a 5-second, 10-second little piece that you could end up, like if it's a meme that's already trending, you could just like take your photo, and I'll show you how to do this, and like put your head over on top of somebody else's, like, have you seen the meme where it's like a little girl and she's like looking back and there's like a house on fire, and there's so many memes, or the one where a little girl, like, or somebody is like swinging on a swing and the house is like burning in the background. It's silly, quirky little things like that. And then people put the meme like, the real estate industry right now while everyone's freaking out about, whatever. So that's what a meme is. The transcript / articles. We're also going to take the full video, whether that's the Facebook Live, but for today's purposes, it's going to be a video that I recorded, and we're going to create an article out of it. And the way we're going to do that is we're going to send it over to Timmy. They're going to create a transcript, and it takes minutes. We're going to take that, reformat it, make it pretty, chunk it up into easy to read paragraphs, and then now that's our article. That article can actually not just be an article for our blog post, but it can also be a LinkedIn article as well as an email newsletter. So I take my email newsletters and I repurpose them all over the place. So remember, this is one piece of content that we're cutting down into a whole bunch of different places. Also, let me just stop right there and let you know that if something is popping in your head right now, which is, but Aliyah, don't you think that if they've already seen it over here, that they're not going to want to see it over there? The whole point of this is we're creating 30 different pieces of content, so it doesn't look the same. And I promise you, people aren't seeing your content all over the place. Unfortunately, with the way the algorithms work, only a very small percentage of people actually ever even see your content. And even if they see it again, more than likely, because this is such a good piece of content that you're putting some energy into, you're going to be able to share it across different places, and it's still going to have that impact because it is so good and because it looks different. Okay, moving on, we're going to have some quote graphics that we're going to create together. And then for the quote graphics, you're going to be able to pull 5 quotes from your Timmy transcript that we're going to do. And so you're going to take 5 quotes. So you're going to like feel like a superstar because they're going to be your words, and you're going to be able to put the quotes around it and put, dash, Aliyah Dastour. And then so if anybody ever shares it, it's legit your words, right? Because you pulled it from your transcript. And so you can be able to use those quote cards on Instagram, LinkedIn, Facebook, Twitter, all the places. And so even that right there, if you take 5 of them across those 4 different places, that right there is 20 pieces. Obviously this doesn't add up to 30. I'm just saying 30, you can create a whole bunch more than 30, but you're gonna get minimum of 30 out of it. And then the audio, I only put 1 for the audio. You can obviously cut up the audio and do a whole bunch of different things with it, but I'm gonna show you how to pull your audio from your video as well. And then that is for a podcast. I highly suggest if you don't have a podcast, go ahead and jump on the podcast wagon. It really isn't hard to get started on it. And you're going to, especially for your local expertise, you really wanna get your name out there locally, talking with different people in your area, and they're gonna share it. And that's how you're going to start picking up traction in your local market. And people are really moving over to audio, you know, getting their information and catching up on conversations. And it's okay if it's conversational. You don't have to always teach people something. A lot of podcasts are almost like, you know, on the radio shows, when you tune in, you just like to hear people having a nice conversation, and people will fall in love with you just by listening to your voice. Kind of weird, but it's awesome at the same time. And then photos, we're gonna actually grab video stills from that one video that we created to turn it into quote cards, or even just graphics that we can share on all those different platforms. All right, so let's go ahead and show you, I'm gonna show you how I am gonna download and then reformat the video stuff. So I had already downloaded my video, so like I said, you guys aren't waiting on, you know, things to download. But the video that I downloaded, where's that? Let me move this little box here. All right, so the video that I downloaded is right here. And this video is 3 minutes and 45 seconds. It's a piece of content that I created specifically talking about making sure that you are in a niche and you're not a generalist, because that's just something that I preach all the time. You really need to niche down. And so that's what this video is all about. So from this video, that was our step 1. I'm just gonna move that down here. Our step 1 was capturing the video, downloading it, and then formatting it for IGTV if needed, and then uploading it over to YouTube. So if you do not have a YouTube channel, I'm not gonna go through how to set up a YouTube channel, but if you do have a YouTube channel, what you would do, this right here is the main piece of content, is you're gonna go over to YouTube, and then you would just upload it right into, right here with this little create a video or post. You would just upload the video. And I'm not gonna make you guys wait on it, but that's right there on LinkedIn. In terms of, let's go ahead and move on to, let's see, what time is it, 3:18, okay, my 30 minutes. I get a little longer than 30 minutes, right, because I talked a lot. So let's move into, so we captured the video, and I showed you also how to download it. So if you're doing a Facebook Live, that's it. You would download it, or you'd have your video, you could upload it onto YouTube. That's one piece right there of content out there in the world doing its thing. All right, so let's say you were like, okay, I need it for IGTV. As you know, with IGTV, let me show you that. I guess just Instagram. When you go onto Instagram, if I tried to upload that video, I don't believe it's going to actually let me. Actually, do I have to go to IGTV? I usually do this on my phone. So there we are on IGTV. And then we go right here to upload. And then let's see if it'll even let me under my downloads. I can't move this. There we go. Yep, it will let me. So that right there, there's going to be the second piece right there. Just that one video. We've got it on YouTube. We've got it on IGTV. That's good to go. And some people are like, but you know, there's a whole bunch of space on top and underneath. You know, shouldn't it fill it? My recommendation is, yes, sure, it should fill it, but I'll tell you that I watch videos all the time that's like that. And remember, done is better than perfect. And there are different ways if you wanted to take this video, as long as it was filmed in a way that your face wasn't filling the entire frame. In this video, my face is not filling the entire frame. So if I said, or if you said, I do want to go ahead and create it, format it for IGTV, this is where you're going to go to that, the kapwing, interesting names, where content creation happens. Like I said, they do have a free version, so you can actually get the free version, and it's all you need. The difference between the free and the paid is that it's going to save yourself. This is the one I saw. Oh, that's horrible. You could like totally put your own little thing about real estate or how people are acting in the Costco right now. Okay, so you're gonna go over here to new project, but let me just use one that I already have so you don't have to wait for uploading. So I'm gonna just click on this one right here. Oh, stop it. Okay, so there's the video and I wanna edit it. Okay, it keeps playing. But let's find the IGTV. Right there was IGTV, and then I could just hit this crop button. And it was not the most pleasant face that it is on right now. Oh God, I feel so bad for her. I have to play it just for a second, just because I'm gonna let it, okay, this is what I'm talking about. If your face is filling the frame, that's not gonna be a pleasant look for you. So you would want to choose a video where there's a whole bunch of stuff that when it crops it in to fill up the frame for IGTV, that doesn't happen. Because as you can see, when there was no crop versus crop. And so what that would do if I allowed it to play, which I'm not going to, and technically, let's see, let's move you all right back over here. Maybe, there we go. You can come in here, you can zoom out a bit if you want, zoom in, you know, shift it over. You can do all that stuff, which is great. And then you could say, okay, that's great. Now I want to format it for a Facebook cover. Because you know how sometimes if your video doesn't fit, it looks weird. So you can format it there. You don't have to upload it again and again and again. Your video is already there. And then all these other ways to easily and quickly do that. Choose the background. You can end up going in and editing it and doing lots of other things. You can cut the video into the separate little pieces like I was talking about. I'm going to show you how to do it through QuickTime. QuickTime, yes, QuickTime Player, because I find it just easy and simple, but you can do it through here as well. Okay, so that would be the IGTV. If you didn't want it like this, you wanted to take up the entire frame, then you could actually go ahead and format it for there, download it, and it would be good to go. All right, so let's go ahead and move on to our next piece here and send video to Timmy, because remember, we need audio. I mean, we need the written content. So this is going to make our lives so much easier because we only have like so much brain energy and power. And so we don't want to have to think too much. Let this do most of the work for us, which is taking our intelligent words that we've already said in our video and creating content. So what you're going to do is I already have it. I already went ahead and uploaded it and all that fun stuff. You can see I use it a lot. I use Timmy a lot. But I went ahead and uploaded a video. The 3-minute and 45-second video, it's only like 10 cents a minute, which is great. So for like the 3-minute and 45 seconds, it was like 40 cents. I can view transcript, and then I can just go to download. And so these are all the words that I said in this 3-minute and 45-second thing. I downloaded it. So now I have all of the stuff that I'm gonna want to copy and paste into quote cards right here in front of me. So I don't have to sit here and think through what's something smart I can say. I've already said a lot of smart things. I just copy and paste it. So what we're doing right now is we're taking all the information, laying the groundwork. Also, write this down because it's not on my presentation. Something you're going to want to do is after you do this a few times is you're going to want to record a Loom video of yourself doing all of this for the next, let's say just do this a few times, like 3 or 4 times, then record a Loom video because you're going to have worked out all the little kinks. And you're going to now have this piece of documentation that you can give to somebody else. And then you can just record the video and then you can say, hey, amazing assistant that I love oh so much, who sure, maybe they might live in the US or they might live somewhere else depending on costs, right? you can just give it over to them and they can do all of the stuff, because everything we're doing right now is online. You're going to have your templates. You're going to be ready to go. It's just like a plug and play. And you can say, you know, I'm going to allot an hour for all this stuff to be done. And then they can just do it. And you're showing them step by step everything that they need to do. So that's your little productivity cheat sheet for the future. Okay, so we've got our words. We did our Timmy. Usually it's as fast as everything I just said. So I just spent 3 minutes telling you about this cheat sheet. By then, you would have already gotten your Timmy downloads. You could download it and you've got that sitting there ready to go. But if you follow the order that I have in this document here, so that you send the video to Timmy, that's happening on the back end. And that way it'll be ready to go once you're ready to pull everything, all these things into Canva. All right, so next, step 3 is we need to grab the screenshots. And so these screenshots are going to be used for your graphics that you're going to spread that we talked about a little bit. So you're going to open up your video, and that video is hiding somewhere back here. There it is. And so I went ahead and already did a few screenshots, but essentially what I did is I just found 3 different scenes where I looked somewhat decent. My eyes weren't closed or no funny faces, or not as funny at least. And then I just, for the Mac computer, it was Command-Shift-4, and then I dragged across where I wanted it to be. You guys are going to be in the screenshot. Hello. I let go, and then there it is. It grabbed that screenshot. So I did that across the video. Oh, look, I look so angry. 3 or 4 times. I already have it saved though, so I wouldn't have to do it right now on the spot. But I have 3 or 4 of those. I did grab that one because I don't know, I just kind of feel pretty in that one. All right, so that's good to go. Now we're gonna go ahead and pull all of that stuff. So we've got our words, right, from this piece of content. We've got our graphics, 3 or 4 pictures from it. We've got our video. Oh, we didn't edit the video though. We need a couple of, I'm gonna open up that video. So through Kapwing, probably not saying that right at all. Or you can do this also through QuickTime. You would take your video, you're gonna go to edit, and then you're going to go to trim. And so what you're gonna wanna do, and I've already done this, but you're going to trim it to 30 to 45 second chunks. A couple of reasons, because then you're gonna be able to upload it onto your Instagram feed, because it has to be under a minute. Also, you're gonna be able to easily share it to social and know that people are gonna get through the video, because as you know, people aren't on Facebook to watch videos. They're waiting for somebody to catch their attention or do something quick. So if you can deliver it within 30 to 45 seconds, you've got a stronger chance, or if they see it's only 30 to 45 seconds, it's a stronger chance for them to pay attention than if it's like a 3, 4, 12-minute video. All the faces, I'm making all the faces today. All right, so we're gonna go ahead and close that because I've already got this stuff saved. All right, I know I'm moving fast, y'all. So we've grabbed our screenshots. We edited our video to 3 to 5 clips. So from that video, I would have grabbed 3 to 5 clips, smart, intelligent things that I said that can be chunked into like 30 seconds or so. We've saved that, and then I'm gonna pull it up here. You can see right here in this top left, for an example, I went ahead and pulled that in to Canva, because this is what we're gonna do next. We're gonna be opening up our Canva, and we're gonna start uploading all this stuff in there. All this stuff meaning the screenshots, the mini videos that we created, and then on the background, I'm gonna have where's my words at? There it is. We're gonna have the Timmy stuff here as well. So this right here, it can be created. So as you can see, I would go through and clean it up a bit. There's an option where when it says to export, you can click a button that says remove all the uhs and ums. Click that button. Otherwise, you're going through and having to remove all the uhs and ums. Then you sound somewhat, or at least I sound somewhat intelligent through here without all the and you know. Well, they'll probably keep in the and you knows, but the uhs and ums, they automatically take out. So then I could actually take this, quickly read through it, inaudible. Thank you, Timmy, for letting me know that. And then I'm just gonna go through and I would just proofread it. But when I go to put this onto a blog post or onto LinkedIn, as content, I want to chunk it up into a few sentences. I don't know about you, but I know when I'm reading, and it has to make sense. It probably doesn't make sense right now, but when I'm reading, I want it to feel really easy to keep reading. If I see a huge block of text, I'm not going to read it. So make sure when you have this content, you are chunking it up into 2 to 3 sentences per paragraph versus trying to, like this right here, all of this is way too much. This right here, I mean, give me a space there and I'll read this because it feels, there's a lot more negative space, AKA white space. And so it's just much easier for me to get from sentence to sentence versus this just feels overwhelming and I just won't read it. So that's what you're gonna do, is you're gonna go through the writing piece, copy that. That is now a blog post. So depending on where you have your website, if you have a blog post or a blogging area, you could put that right into your blogging area. Obviously, you would proofread it like I said before, make sure that everything looks good, but there's another piece of content. You can take that same thing and you can put it over to LinkedIn as well. All right, and then also if you're going to upload the audio, which the audio, I don't think we've gotten onto that part, but the audio, you're going to also want to be able to have your transcript stuff in there, even though I think most audio places, most podcast platforms now will be able to go in and like index everything you're saying. I always like to still put the audio stuff or the transcript in there as well. So multi-purpose here. All right, so actually we've edited our video, we grabbed our audio. Did we grab our audio? If not, I'm going to just quickly show you how to grab that audio. I know I grabbed it already, but let me show you. So let's say we had opened up this video. When you go File, Save. Oh, just kidding. File, Share. Or Share, Export As. You go to File, Export As, and you're just going to go to Audio Only. And so now it's only going to export your audio, and there's your podcast. Done. And then save that, and you've got that. All right, so we've grabbed our audio, and I put it in there. Go to QuickTime to export the audio from your full video for your podcast. 6, I was jumping the gun a little bit. Now we open up Canva, and this is where we're going to upload all of our content into Canva for content creation time. This is the mini videos that we edited into little bite-size chunks. This is the screen grabs, the visuals. If we don't have any good screen grabs, or if it's literally just you talking head, plain background behind you, and it's nothing interesting, you can actually create some fun looking visuals. So still get some screen grabs of you, even if it's like fun faces. I have plenty of those. So just go ahead and grab some of those. So you're uploading that and then having the text content open for copy pasting. That's where I was talking to you about this Microsoft. That's already open, ready to go. And then we're going to upload all of our stuff, which I have right here. All right, and so for content creation, this is where we can start creating all of these graphics. What I want you to do is have, Jan, do you, in your coaching, do you have something where you actually help people figure out a little bit more of their branding elements and colors and
one-on-one, we some people that don't have branding, I've taught them how to play with colors and play with font. But
okay, cool. Okay, perfect. So yeah, make sure that you have that distinct coloring, branding. That way it can go across, and more importantly, it'll take some of the pressure off of your brain. You're not going to sit here and reinvent the wheel every time you go to create a graphic. You're going to create a couple of templates, and then you're just going to stick to them. You won't have to go in and say, oh, how should I make it look this time? Because that's not what it's about. It's about making it look consistent, but having that little punch of flavor with whatever image you're popping in there, whatever quote you're putting in there. This little circly thing that's on here is something a little bit different. But then overall, my branding colors should pretty much remain the same, because you can see that same graphic, you know, with that, it feels much different, or with that feels much different. So there's completely different feelings between, you know, what you choose for your branding elements. Okay, so we have our still, remember we grabbed that still? I went ahead and uploaded all this stuff. I went to upload an image or video. I uploaded my screen grabs from there. Oh, I gotta move this. I gotta move you guys again because it's blocking me. Am I gonna be able to get to it now? There we go. All right. So I went ahead and already uploaded all of that stuff to Canva so that we can now play in it. So let's say I created this graphic here, and let's say I also want to create the Instagram post. Jan, have you showed them how to use Canva? Have they had some?
I wouldn't say that, no.
Okay.
Some people I have, some people I haven't, because everybody's at different levels. Some people, you know, but I would say most people would have
somewhat familiar,
at least some understanding of Canva and know how to use it.
Okay, so they're not slamming their head against the desk at this point. If they are, I'd probably be able to see them. Okay, cool. All right, so with Canva, what's amazing about it is you can actually, so let's go back to where I was here. I can actually take this and let's say, because my whole thing is about niching, I wanted to create, you know, is it going? Oh, it's going down. Okay. And then let's say I was like, oh, let me actually put this in and have a different question in here. Why niching matters. And then maybe I said, you know what, actually, I want to go ahead and pop in my video. Did you guys know you could do video? I love it.
Wait, I have a question. So
yes,
you can pop in a video. Is this going to be a Facebook graphic? Or what do you create? Or is that Instagram?
So yes, so this is what I love about it is because once you create a template and a look that you can play with, you can just duplicate it and, you know. But so what you would do if you're going to use a video is you're going to make sure that you download that video on its own. So even though it's a set within these 3 pieces, you don't want to hit download video. It's a video, like when you download it, it'll be a .mp4. So you can upload it to Instagram, you can upload it wherever you want. Like the possibilities are so big now for people who are like, I really don't want to actually be on video. You could put a whole bunch of graphics on here and you could have some music behind it if you wanted to. You could, you know, record an audio, put a podcast, put your podcast over the, over all the graphics. So anyways, you're going to want to hit download video and you're going to want to make sure that you select just that page. So the page that it's on is page 2. I'm going to hit done and then it's going to end up downloading just this right here as an actual, oh, I don't think I hit done. Okay, download. And so it's going to download it just as a video. I don't know if, hopefully it doesn't slow down my feed. If it does, I'll cancel it. Actually, I'm still going to cancel it. But what it does is it'll download it as a video. It'll just play. So then I can upload it into Instagram, into Facebook, LinkedIn, whatever I want. And it's really cool because you know how there's on some videos, you've got the questions and stuff on top and on bottom. This is an easy way for you to create that engaging title that gives people context about what you're going to talk about without having to have much or any type of design skills. All right, let's say you love this. You're like, okay, I really like this. I want to now resize it and format it for all the other different social platforms, for an Instagram story, which Instagram story, let's just do the resize. I would suggest doing copy and resizing. So then you'll save this and then you'll also have a Instagram story. So I'm going to hit copy and resize and it's going to copy and resize all of those. Show it at least. There it is. And as you can see, it keeps all of the same look in the brand. It's just, oh, there it is. So it's the same thing. If I wanted to, if I'm like, oh, I want to make this bigger, or I want to go ahead and just delete this, you can do that. And position, oh, that's just if I want something to go on top or behind. But yeah, I can now take that, download that, you know, shoot it over to my phone or just upload it directly. As you guys know, hopefully you know, content creator on Facebook, you can just upload all your content right and let it post through Facebook. You don't necessarily need a scheduling app for Instagram or for Facebook anymore. As long as it's a business page and a business account, you can just do it right through Content Creator. So all of the different things that you have, and look at the Instagram story templates. This is why I'm saying if you just create, if you find some that you absolutely love and you just stick to that and it vibes well with your brand and your image. Let's say when I clicked on that, did you see how all these other ones pop up here? You can then just, I'm just gonna add it as a new page so it doesn't delete anything. And there it is. Let's bring in your step, go the extra mile. All I'd have to do is, let's say if I wanted to just use a graphic here instead of, I just pop that in, that makes no sense. But guess what? I can now make it relevant by taking this, finding something that I said. Let's say that right there. I might go in and edit that. I'm gonna have to make this much smaller but once I do this once, I don't have to do it again and again and again. That is very hard to read. So I'm going to always make things very easy. Pick easy to read over pretty. Because if it looks pretty, but nobody can read it, then I don't think it's as effective if nobody's getting what you're saying. This I can go ahead and make it a little bigger, but that is not really relevant. I'm gonna delete something where it says, where I say number 2, because that's not in context. So obviously either stuttered or so that right there, that can be a feed or that can be an Instagram story. That piece right there. I can duplicate it if that's the look that I'm gonna go through, pop another photo in, do something different. Even when I was, where was I at when it showed me all the pretty templates? Just so that I'm on brand, I can, you know, pick something else, pop something else in. I can actually put a video in right there. There's so many ways once you get into Canva and once you have all your different elements that you can create content for all the different platforms using just that main piece. We're at 3:45. So Jan, how much time? I don't want to push against time. If they have questions, I want to make sure that there's enough time for questions.
Yeah, I actually have to leave at 4 because I have a 4:15. So
okay.
I'm wowed by this, and especially the Canva. So if you add up everything that was on your presentation, I think it came to 38 pieces of content.
It's a lot. It's a lot of content. Yeah. Now I'm just trying to find the page here. The last piece is just downloading and then scheduling it. Once you've created it one time, you can just pop things in and then go from there. You know, so download.
In terms of a template, right?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
And then when you said you don't have to use those schedulers anymore, you can use Content Creator in Facebook. Could you show us that?
Of course. So right here in Facebook, move this over here. Right here under Creator Studio. So I'm on my Facebook page. And then we've got Creator Studio. It's like a whole new world.
It is.
And then so right in here, here's Facebook on top and there's Instagram right there. So this is my Alamon Studio. And then when I want to create a post, let's just say, and I did, I can show you, there's an IGTV. You can put an IGTV, schedule an IGTV in there, or you can schedule for your Instagram feed. Let's say I wanted to schedule for my Instagram feed. I could, this is a tab, actually, you know what, I can, Just paste that. And the nice thing as well is when it says add content, if I've already uploaded the piece of content to my Facebook page, I can just pull it right from my Facebook page. Or if not, I can upload it right into.
So upload from the file that you've downloaded off of Canva to put.
Okay. Yep. And then you can see there it is. I can select my cover image, and that's important because it's the thing that gets people either engaged or not engaged. And then there's some advanced settings if you're doing, partnerships with another brand, but then otherwise you can still add your location. If I want to go ahead and hit, I don't want to say two birds with one stone because we don't want to hurt any birds, but if we wanted to knock two out here, you can also just click this little button and then it'll also post onto my Facebook as well. And if I don't want to publish it right away, I want to schedule it, you just schedule it for when you want it. And so that specifically was for Instagram. But if I wanted to go only to Facebook, I could go only to Facebook as well.
Okay, so a couple questions. Timmy says, I'm so excited to play with this. Need to come up with a video piece I can play with. Yes. Janet says, will the Facebook feed to Insta? And Timmy says, it will if you select it as an option from your business page. Is that right?
That is correct. Yep. And you have to get them to talk to each other. They've got to be, yeah, they've got to be synced. Yep.
So you said earlier that the video, when you go live, 15, 20 minutes, whatever it is, how do you identify where you're going to cut it? Or is it just,
Yeah. So depending on how you go live. So for example, on my live, what I would probably do for that specific video is I would probably go specifically to somewhere where it's engaging. Because if you're going to repurpose your lives, it needs to be the piece that's the most engaging. Do not include in the parts at the beginning where you're just kind of chit-chatting and milling around and having, welcoming people onto your Facebook or your live. Cut right to the piece that is the most engaging, or you say something like brilliant.
Okay. Or
something interesting, essentially.
Yeah.
And so like for me, for example, on this Facebook Live, I was, Jan, I don't know if you had seen this one, but I was at home testing something out and my son decided that he would come over in his underwear and sit right on my lap. And of course I'm live, so you can't do the mommy voice when you're, when you're live. So I would probably cut that just because a lot of people are like, oh my gosh, that was so cute. And so you can see like, because I was doing there he is in his underwear sitting, there's a part where he's like, Mommy, I don't see anybody. There he is whining about not wanting to go to bed. And at the end, he's playing with my hair. I'm like, okay, it's about time to go to bed. So I might, that meme might be, every working mom's every day.
Yeah.
The kid's hanging on her. So yeah.
Okay. Hey, what other questions do you guys have? Aliyah, thank you so much. This was a lot. It was like coming fast and furious, but
I know.
But no, but
you have to replay it.
That's the point, and we just have to play it and play it and play it. This is gold, ladies. This is such gold. And tell them about your Facebook groups so that I know you have at least.
Yeah. Yes, so I do have a Facebook group and it's Alamon Community. So if you jump into Alamon Community, I rebranded it. It was Brand and Convert, but there were too many names all around the place. So now it's Alamon Community, and then I put in there some useful tips and tutorials and how-tos, and basically I'm there for you. Whatever you guys ask me to create a quick little video on, that's what I'm there for. So feel free to hop in there as you guys are playing in all of this content creation craziness. And if you get stuck, don't hesitate to say, hey, Aliyah, I'm trying to figure this out. Can you shoot me over a tutorial on it? And I'd be more than happy to do that.
Okay. And so you got rid of Brand and Convert. So everything is
the same thing. It's just, I'm just trying to keep it all under one umbrella. So yeah.
Okay. Okay. And let's see, way above my skill set, but really well played out. Yes. Okay. So, their questioning is that we will get these 14 slides And then I will, guys, I'm going to share your contact details with Aliyah because she was gracious and she's our host. So either she or I will get this out to you along with the replay. And Aliyah, I'll get you the replay, of course.
Okay, awesome.
Okay. All right.
Thank you so much.
Any last words? Any last?
Yeah, any last questions? And if it comes up afterwards, feel free to email me. Oh, she can't.
We have a lot of people saying this was awesome. It's amazing. I just have to play. So Aliyah, just while we're here, tell us what your email is.
So my email is aliyah@alamonphotography.com.
Alamon Photography. And Aliyah is Aliyah.
That's right. And you know what? I'm gonna just put it right here. Aliyah, and I'll make it big.
All right. I know. I'm going to schedule some time, like 2 hours on Saturday.
Yeah.
Just to watch this. Thank you
Just
so
to
much.
watch it. You're welcome. Thank
All right,
you.
ladies, thank you for being here. Bye, Aliyah.
See ya.
Bye, ladies.